Are you looking for a podcast about having illusions of grandeur?
Well, then you're in the right place. Welcome to YMBToAP Interlude.
They're gonna kick my ass, man,
Yeah, probably.
because it's delusions of
It sure
grandeur.
is.
But we're talking about Wicked, in case you
We
can't
talk
tell.
about Wicked. I'm so excited.
Yeah, we couldn't wait to come back for the real show because it's gonna be old and it's worth a whole show all by
Oh yeah.
itself.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We weren't even planning to do this until we came in here today, and you're like, you know what?
I need to talk about it. I
Yeah,
need to
it's
fucking
a
talk about it. So here's the
cool
thing.
movie. Here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
Tell me the thing.
What's the rating?
Oh. What? How far can a number defy gravity? 10
Because
billion out of 10.
it's a 10, man. This movie is
Oh,
a straight up hardcore 10. Exclusively.
absolutely. There's nothing wrong with this movie.
Okay.
Nothing wrong.
So I need to ask a question, follow-up question to
Mhm.
a pre-show question that we had.
Okay.
You said that Richard went.
Yes,
What did he think?
he loved it too.
I know. I have not heard one person say they did not like this movie. I'm getting
No.
so many TikToks of husbands being dragged and they're like, I don't want to see this, and they're all crying at the end. Every single one of them.
How could
Like,
you not? Like it's literally a story that is so it unites.
I can't wait to tell you why I like it so much because I already know Wicked. Like, I saw the play and I think it's fine. Like,
Yeah.
Wicked's definitely not one of my favorite things. Like, it's okay.
Hmm.
It is purely how it was moved to film and how it comes across on film that makes me like it so much.
Okay.
Like, and I'll get there. I'll get there
We'll get
later.
there.
So I guess I don't know where to go first.
I don't either.
I do know where I want to go first.
Okay.
A big issue this movie was having was people were not excited for Ariana Grande to be in it
And I don't know why. I don't know why. Her voice is
because
so good.
they were afraid that she was gonna play Ariana Grande in this movie and not give this what it was gonna be, right?
Here is my problem with that. So people said that, and now I've been so deep in like all of the social medias about
Yeah,
Wicked, and I'm watching like YouTube stuff. I'm watching just like video essays, and people are like, "Here's why Ariana Grande sucks," and I don't get it.
because she licked a donut.
I've always had love for her in my heart. I think she's awesome. I enjoy all of her music and acting because her acting, she's one of the funniest people of our time. People don't give her enough credit for her comedic
Yeah,
timing. But people, okay, so you said people were afraid that she was going to bring Ariana Grande to the performance and not give us like the Galinda that we need, right?
yeah.
I'm seeing so many people being like, she just played like Kristen Chenoweth's Galinda. Why couldn't we have more Ariana in it? Bruh?
That's what you wanted.
Nobody wants to be happy. I'm so
Yeah,
happy for Ariana because it's literally a lifelong dream that she has had since she was a child. She's always wanted to play Galinda in
yeah.
Wicked. So
I
I'm
will
very
give you
happy.
this. So I thought her comedy, the exact thing you said,
Uh huh.
was what I love the most about her.
Yes.
But I was not a fan of her acting the whole movie because I
Really?
felt like this never changed.
Hmm.
Her face never gave me anything. She was so fucking funny though. And then at the very end of the movie, I got something and I was like, "Oh, that's what I was looking for the whole time. There it is." But it's literally 5 minutes away from the end.
Okay.
Like you finally like kind of cried and you did something.
I think
So
that's a product of Galinda, though. I think that's like who the
I do
character is.
that. But I was like, I can't say she like really was so great for me. It's all about Cynthia. That girl, there were dude, oh my god, the control she has over her fucking face. I
Yeah.
bought I bought everything that girl laid down.
Yes.
I did not buy everything Ariana laid down till
Damn.
the end. That doesn't, I mean, it's still a 10 movie. I'm just saying, I wasn't so like, that was a revelation to have her in there. But Cynthia, I am going to follow this lady forever. The
If
greatest human ever.
if she wins an Oscar for this, she will be the youngest person to get an EGOT.
Nice.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
I want that for her. She's gotten an Emmy, a Grammy, and a Tony, all for The Color Purple.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Let's do it then. I'd like to see it happen. That's I don't know if we missed the cutoff though. I don't know if this will be in the Oscars this year.
I hope it
It
will.
was it was November,
Yeah.
so we'll see what happens.
I think she made it in time. I don't understand the Emmy that she got though, because it was for, I think it was for performing a song from The Color Purple on a daytime TV show.
You know what? Let's take a look.
I don't really understand the Emmys. Like Grammys, I get
Oh, for
it.
TV stuff? She got outstanding lead actress in a limited series or movie.
Okay, so
So she was on something.
The Color Purple.
Oh, no, she was in this thing called Genius Aretha. It was an
Oh,
anthology series on National Geographic.
well, there you go. Okay, cool.
That's what she got it for. There you go. Okay. Well, fucking cool for her. Dude, every single time, like, okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Like, all right. So, just to give a little background, I'm pretty sure we saw it 2 days in a row.
Nice.
So, like, we went and saw it, and then we went and saw it again the next morning.
I would love to go see it. What was your theater experience like?
Oh, nothing.
Okay.
I mean, we're out here in Princeton. There's no theater kids out
Yeah.
here.
I
Like,
was
no.
surprised that my theater was pretty empty. Like we went not
Mm,
opening night. It was, I think, opening weekend, but it was a
yeah.
really late night show. Like it didn't start until 10. And I was like, this is not gonna get
Oh,
out
okay.
until 1.
We
So
saw it first thing in the morning both days. So yeah, it
uh,
definitely wasn't that. Well, it was packed, but it's like your early morning church crowd kind of people, I would say.
okay. Yeah. I will say the crowd that I had in my theater made me angry because I didn't there is
Hang
I
on.
know it's controversial.
We're zooming up in here.
I
Okay.
know it's controversial. There's been people singing in the
Yeah.
theaters, and Miss Cynthia came out and was like, "People should sing. It's great. I love it."
Yeah.
Don't fucking sing in your theater. Don't sing in your theater. It's ruining the experience. I came here
Have you
to
not seen the one where like a girl got on some guy's shoulders in front with a broom and they acted out the
oh
whole ending
my
in front
god,
of the crowd and stuff?
this is not entertaining. I don't know who is going to the movies and being like, I want that.
Era's tour did that. Remember that movie? Remember I
Yeah,
never found out the whole ring around the rosy thing like at the bottom of the theater? I never
well,
got an
that's different
answer.
though because it's a concert. Like you're going to a concert to sing. This isn't a concert. This is a movie.
Yeah.
This is a cinematic experience. Like I was alone in the theater watching Cats, and I wasn't singing. You don't sing in
You should have been
theaters.
singing.
I should have been singing because I was by myself. But I just so the people at my theater weren't like outright belting it, but there was a woman that was like 2 seats away from me, and she was just like whispering the lyrics to every song, and
Yeah.
it's all I could fucking hear because she was divine, gravity.
Oh,
Like, please.
both of my
Stop it.
showtimes, absolutely not. Either one. That did
And
not
then
happen for me.
at the very end of the movie, like after the last note ends, just like exactly at the same time it ended, the woman she stands up and she goes, "Fuck me." And
All right.
yeah, I was like, okay, sit the fuck
She
down.
was
Like,
so sold on this movie.
yeah, like
This is great. Yeah.
main character syndrome. I'm like, just sit and enjoy it, like the rest of humanity. Like,
Oh, very
I don't know
different
how to watch
experiences
movies.
then.
So, anyway,
Okay. Yeah, very different for me. That did not happen.
lucky you.
Um, man, we actually have to go see it a third time because there's something Taylor has missed both times.
Oh,
Okay, so of course we had to see it because this is like Taylor's fucking jam.
yeah.
Like Wicked is Wicked is to Taylor as Spider-Man is to me. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, this is her fucking shit.
Yeah.
This is everything. And so she was like way into it. And she was like, if this line's not said, this isn't said. Like, she had a whole line. She has cried so hard both times.
Good.
We can't even listen to the soundtrack, and she's just.
I have been doing my dishes just in tears listening to the soundtrack.
But she loved it. Thought it was great.
Good.
I have so much I want to say about it that has nothing to do with the actual movie, by the way.
That's fine.
Okay, so this was a weird sticking point for us. So we had just seen Smile 2, which has been my revelation for the year, by the way. But
All right.
we can't get into it because we're talking Wicked right now.
Yes.
But like, there was a whole thing on TikTok about the background people, like, because at the end of the movie, the background characters are very important to what's going on.
Oh,
And they were like, look at this one girl's acting, and it's like leagues above everybody else, right? And I was like,
Right.
how? So like, I was just thinking about background people, and like, you never look at them, so they don't really have to give it their all, because who cares? They're background people, right?
Sure.
And the first time we went and saw this, I was like, just so you know, I was looking at every background character. They were all given 10,000%. There was not one person that did not go fucking up here.
Yeah.
They knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah. Like in the opening scene, the whole like "No One Mourns the Wicked" song, which one of my favorite songs of the whole movie. The entire crowd, like you said, is just 110% the whole time. They're just acting and singing and dancing their faces off.
Dude, if you're gonna be in Wicked,
you
don't get to fucking, come in for 50%.
Yeah.
No. And also, you got to do Wicked though. So, other thing for you.
Okay.
The guy that plays like the gay friend with the fucking cool glasses.
Yes.
And he was all like, yeah, and he's on Saturday Night Live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did you know he was asked to be in this movie, and Lorne Michaels of Saturday Night Live ownership said, no, you can't be in that.
Fuck you, Lorne Michaels. Yes, I'm going to go
because you can't miss Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Like, to be on SNL is this extreme stringent list of rules, and if you don't stick to those, you're off, right?
Oh.
So he was like, I mean, that's not what he said, but like, come on. He was like, I'm so gay. I have to be in Wicked, but I can't lose this. Right? So his dreams were crushed. Like, he was going to get to be in Wicked, and he couldn't, and he wasn't allowed to be. And Ariana called Lorne herself and said, I'm requesting him. And he was like, okay, you can go be in Wicked. But like, can you, like, because I'm talking about these like background people, and like, they know I'm in Wicked.
Uh-huh.
This guy was asked to be in like a pretty prominent role, and then denied. Do you know how much that would probably hurt? And then she came to bat for this dude, That's fucking great. I just thought that was an interesting story, because I was like, can you imagine not even being if the background people are giving it that, and you got to be like in it, how much it would suck to be told no? Oh my God. So he's like living the high life now, and I'm so happy for him. But I don't know where to go.
What was your favorite song?
That's really it's The Wizard and I.
Really?
No One Mourns the Wicked is like way down there.
Oh, I love No One Mourns.
That one's fine.
Oh
no, it's Wizard and I, hands down. That song is fucking the jam. Defying Gravity. No, it's like 2. It's 2.
Okay, yeah. My favorite song is Popular, and that they did it.
That's
so
cliche, man.
Okay, they did it so much justice. Like, that song is just iconic, and the way that they both performed it all out was just so that. Like I said, the comedic timing.
Yeah, it was the funniest song, hands down.
It's so funny, and just like the little tinges of themselves that they brought to it really brought me joy. I love that song.
What was your favorite part of Popular?
I mean, not the one that's all over TikTok.
That's not my favorite part of Popular. You know, my favorite part of Popular is?
What's your favorite part?
Fucking her laying on the ground, pushing herself fucking I fucking rolled. I was like, this is the best. This is so funny. I
So
thought that was hilarious.
in the stage play, there's one actress in particular. I think she's the one that was at the production that I went to that
Okay.
plays it as though Galinda is like drunk from the Ozfest or whatever,
Okay.
Ozdust,
Yeah.
and it brings a whole level that is so needed for that song. Just to picture her like just absolutely drunk off of her ass and like you said, just like swimming around on the ground and
Yeah.
flopping on the bed and being dramatic and weird, and it's perfect.
Okay. I'm gonna stay on Ariana because I wanted to ask you because I mean you've seen it, like you saw Wicked beforehand, so like you know the whole
Yeah,
thing, which I think is interesting for people to be able to pick apart everything during this one.
yeah.
Because me and Taylor had differing opinions on when she burns the idol at the end of No One Mourns the Wicked.
Burns the idol.
They wheel out that giant wooden Elphaba, and they give her the torch to burn it.
Oh, I forgot
Like,
about that.
yeah, they like give her the torch to burn it. And I was all like, because I know the story, so I was really reading her face all throughout that song
Uh huh.
and picking up on. So see, she actually did really good in the opening too. The opening
Mm-hmm.
and the ending. I was all like, there we go.
Okay.
Um. Oh well, then I guess you don't have a lot of thoughts about that then, because
No.
I was like, dude, she really sold a very micro expression for me of like, that's my friend, and now I'm gonna burn this in front of everybody, and I got to play the part.
Yeah.
And I
See,
just thought she did that really good.
so I. It's funny that you say that she only brought the emotion in the beginning and the end because that's when you really see who
Yeah,
Glinda truly is. You know, she's not Galinda at that point; she's Glinda.
yeah,
So she's able to. You're seeing like Ariana masking the emotions that
yeah.
Glinda is having about Elphaba and all that, whereas Galinda is just like poise, prim,
Here I
popular.
am. Yeah,
Like she has to be that way because that's who she is. You know,
yeah.
she is perfect and can't be anything else. So she's
True.
putting a mask on the entire time. So that's
Yeah,
I think that's what Ariana was bringing to the performance. She's just like I am going to be perfection, not a hair out of place.
yeah.
So I think by nature of the character is why you maybe read her as stiff and
Well, I
unemotional.
mean, she was. So
Yeah,
I was just
she
like,
played
ugh.
it.
Yeah, and I don't like that stiffness. I was like,
So
gross.
you don't like the character. You don't not like
Yeah. Oh,
Ariana.
I don't like Galinda. I don't think she's a great character. I mean, she is the wicked one in the show.
Yeah,
She is the wicked one.
yeah. So when
I
she's
don't like bad
singing
guys.
"No One Mourns the Wicked" at the beginning, people are saying like she's singing that about herself.
Yeah.
Like, and the audience reads it as like "No One Mourns the Wicked." She's talking about Elphaba, of course, but
No, you
no,
gotta
like
read deeper, people.
deeper. She's feeling that in her soul. She
How
is the
about this?
wicked.
Did you know that so Kristen Chenoweth, of course, like met with her and did all this stuff, and she was like, when I performed it, when Glinda sings the high notes,
Uh huh.
that's the false masking part, and all of her lower notes, that's the real her coming out. And so think about when she's singing "No One Mourns the Wicked," how high she's singing.
Yeah.
That's how hard she's masking what's really going on in there.
Wow, that's deep, man.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's
It's a good movie,
layers,
dude.
guys.
Yeah, I know it's good.
Layers.
It's very good, and I do love this. They talked about filming it. They really sang on set doing that too. Like they performed it
Yeah,
like it was Broadway.
bro.
I
Fucking
love that.
Cynthia in like Defying Gravity. She's in a harness. She's doing her own fucking stunts.
Yeah.
Doing her own stunts, singing as she's flipping through the air.
Fuck
Are
yeah,
you
she is.
kidding?
Dude,
That's
I am so about
nuts.
Cynthia. She's like my favorite thing these days.
Yeah,
Her vocal, dude, the control she has as a vocal artist is nuts to me.
yeah. I'm holding space
She is
for it.
insane. Um, what is your favorite part of the movie? Like, what is your favorite moment, scene, interaction? However you want to determine that, because I have an exact thing that while watching it, when it happened, I went, "There's something special about this movie. That
I
this is what's changing this for me."
I don't know. No, actually, I wasn't thinking about it in terms of like moments and scenes. I was just kind of there experiencing the music. I was watching
See,
it more as a
see,
musical than as a movie.
I don't really care for the music that much. Like,
Yeah.
I think Wicked is okay. And I already knew Wicked, so I was like, oh, it's just going to be seeing that, but done in movie form.
Hmm.
But this was different. And I know when that shift happened for me that I went, okay, this like John M. Chu dude,
Uh huh.
he fucking knew what was happening. He's doing something here, and it is, and I think that's the start of why nobody can walk away from it, because not everybody's into it because of the music. I know Richard didn't walk out going, the music that I've already heard is why this movie's so good. It's
Yeah.
stuff that's like smaller that's building it.
Okay. So
And I
what
know where
was?
mine is.
Tell me what yours is.
Oh, buddy, I can't wait to talk about it. It's the best part of the whole fucking movie.
Okay.
And it's the only part that really makes me cry. You ready?
Sure.
It is the Ozdust Ballroom.
Oh my god. I know exactly what you mean.
Mm-hmm. When she cries, when they start dancing together in silence, I went, I literally, something has changed within me. Okay. I for real was like, oh, this guy's doing something here.
Yeah, that
And I
scene.
went, okay, that's it. That's the thing. And I mean, literally, I could just watch that scene and be happy. It
Did
is
you?
so awesome.
Did you know? Did you know? Okay. During that scene, when they're doing the choreography part, like, so Cynthia comes out and does the
Yeah.
whole like
The
weird
dance and stuff.
thing,
Yeah.
and Ariana specifically did not learn the choreography for it, so that
Yeah.
in
So she
that
had to
moment,
learn it there.
yes, in that moment she could react in real time and like be the Galinda to the Alphaba in the scene.
Yeah.
I was like, that is acting. It's
But
so good.
do you know why I cry the most?
Why?
It's the improvs, man. So Ariana improved a lot in that movie.
I didn't know that.
And well, not improv, but like she just did things that weren't exactly scripted.
That's
And
improv.
so in that, well, like I not because to me improv is like I'm adding it to the scene, but she was for real like just being there with her friend, and they just like kept it in the movie.
Okay.
So in that same scene, she starts crying, right?
Hmm.
Elphaba starts crying, and Ariana goes, "It's okay," and she like wipes the tears from her. That's
Yeah.
not scripted, and she was literally like, "No, it's okay, we're good. Let's keep filming." Like she was talking her through the scene that wasn't meant to be in the scene,
Oh my god, I didn't know
but it
that.
worked so well that they kept it. Like that's not improv. That means that just happened because they talk on set in the background and shit, but then they don't keep that stuff.
Yeah.
But they kept that part. And
That's
that's
so
when I was like,
good.
this is different. That one line too, like she turned to the camera, she's crying, and she goes, "It's okay. I'm gonna cry now." It's so good, dude.
It's
It's
so
so
good.
good.
Yeah, like
That part works so well.
they brought such girlhood to the movie. Like they really just
Yeah.
embodied the roles, and watching them, like knowing that the actresses have developed such a friendship,
Oh yeah,
seeing their weird little interviews together, like after all
dude.
this.
This Vanity Fair one they did with the lie detector test, that will fucking kill you. It's so funny. It's the one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
Their press junket has been the funniest, strangest shit I've ever seen out of a movie. Like it's so bizarre.
Yeah. So that was good. And then I love her wink to her at the end when she chooses not to come with her on the broom,
Hmm.
because that again was like a just nod between them actually just filming. It was not like character stuff. Like that was just like, we're good. We're doing the movie. We're making this happen. And they keep that shit. Like
It's
if it
so
works,
good.
keep it.
Yeah,
Um
it's a masterclass in movie making right here.
it is, and that's one of the points that I'm going to get to later of
Okay.
why I like this movie so much. But I would like to ask then, what are your feelings toward the absolute by panic that Fierro brings to
Yes.
his performance?
Okay. I was going to bring that up as my favorite moment. Like my favorite non-musical moment, but it's also kind of musical. So like in the
Yeah.
whole scene where they're in the library and he's just
Yeah.
causing like pandemonium, heavy on the pan,
Oh
like
yeah. Oh yeah.
everyone is so just into him, following him, hanging on his every word. And he's just like kind of destroying the library in his little dance. I was infatuated with him as much as
Dude.
everybody in the library was at that moment.
Well, that's something else that I really liked. Like there are just straight up I mean, there were just gay characters all throughout the movie as a whole.
Yes.
Like just people on the like when he first comes to the school and he's just trying to go to the board to like see where to go.
Uh
Like
huh.
there's people like there was a dude with like the newspaper saying that he was gonna come to school, just like waiting to like fawn over him too. And I was like, yeah, good for this movie, you
I
know?
want to believe that everybody in Oz is just at default pansexual. Like they all just
I
love
truly
somebody for
believe that.
somebody.
I
I feel
truly
like
believe that.
that's a very Oz thing to do. Like
Oh yeah.
I loved. I have been getting TikToks. There's a guy who was like the Oz consultant on set, so
Okay.
he was in charge of like the lore, and he got to just he read up on Oz. He read the Wicked Book. He read the Wizard of Oz. He read like different stuff that has come out about what Oz is, and just to have a job that's like
Oz
lore.
historian.
Yes, that's so cool to me.
Yeah.
And then people would ask him, like Ariana was really into asking about like what is it like to be wealthy in Oz and how can I embody that in my performances? And he would
Yeah.
tell her like a little bit of history, like, well, you know, they would do this or that, and she's like, so I could influence my inflection that way, or I could talk in a specific way. And he's like, yeah, that would work. And he said that he would talk to the actors and tell them things about Oz and then see that affect their performances. And he was just stunned by it. Like
Yeah.
Michelle Yeoh, he said that she would do like just these micro adjustments that made the character feel so much more Ozian
Yeah.
than previous. And he was like, I can't believe I'm affecting the movie in this way just by
That's so
knowing
funny.
about Oz.
Yeah. That's so great, dude.
I would love a job like that. That's so cool to me.
I mean, see, that's how you know that dude took it for real. John
Yeah.
M. Chu, like, there's no way you get to make Wicked and you don't pay that deep of attention.
Yeah.
But like people do that though. It's all about the money. But this movie doesn't feel about the money. It feels about what it is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
So, well, we'll get back to Fierro then, I guess. His whole like there was a moment during his singing, like he like I think ran his hand like up a dude's thigh or something, and I was like, this dude just playing the room
Yeah.
big time. I loved him. And that whole dance number was I think my favorite.
It was so cool the way they used the set and like everything moving and stuff. I want to see
Dude,
that. Like,
that round library room, and
yes,
he's
I
like
would love
hooking in the ladders and they're spinning. I was
going
like,
all
this
around
is
doing flips.
that's a production.
Yeah, I want to see the behind the scenes of that, like how the set was
Oh,
made, how the actors interacted with it. I
for
love
real.
that kind of stuff. I've said before on the show that I can't watch a movie without thinking about the movie making of it.
Oh yeah.
And same with a TV show. Like I'm always thinking like this is an actor in this moment and how are they interacting with the props? How are the decisions that they made affecting their dialogue?
Yeah.
I'm always thinking about that kind of stuff. And I was just working overtime in the library scene. I was like, look at this set. Look at all the people with all the different stuff and the choreography. Who was the choreographer for this movie? Because oh my god,
I don't freaking know, but
I'm
he
gonna look that
he
up.
nailed it.
Yeah, it's Wicked choreographer.
I only have cinematography right there.
How do you spell?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
go to
can
Google.
see what you can find for that.
Christopher Scott.
Can I ask if you were aware? Because, like, I know the story, blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
Spoiler alert, in case you've only seen Wicked Part 1, you never saw the actual thing beforehand.
Yeah, close your ears right now. Fast forward 30 seconds.
Like, I know that the wizard is the guy at the beginning with her mom, but,
Yeah,
like, I did not hear Jeff Goldblum the first time. And then
yeah,
once I knew it was him, because I just thought they used a different voice to really mask it, but it's him, and he just sings it so fucking different. It was
yeah.
weird.
It is weird. Jeff Goldblum's weird though, so
He is weird. And his song, still not the bottom,
I
but
did
is
not
second
care
from the
for
bottom.
it.
The bottom is Dear Old Shiz.
Oh my
I
gosh,
freaking no nobody needs that song.
nobody needs it.
Unneeded. So who's this choreographer? What has he done?
I I don't know. Christopher Scott. Um, yeah, I don't have any information on him.
I I do have a question about this. See, like we're getting into like part two stuff though already. But
Mhm.
how are they gonna do? How are they gonna do part two? Because Nessa is actually in a wheelchair. That actress is in a real wheelchair. She does not
Yeah,
walk, and she will be walking in part two.
that's a point that I
Explain.
did not think about.
Yeah, explain. I don't know how that's gonna happen.
Huh.
Like that's the whole premise for why things are gonna happen in part two, the way they go down.
Yeah, unless the
So I'm
no,
like,
no,
are we
she's
just
really in a
gonna do a
wheelchair.
double? Yeah. So I was
Yeah,
like, what are we gonna do? Because they went that hard with casting that they got someone in a wheelchair.
maybe she has a twin who can walk. Can you imagine? Can you fucking imagine?
Shit, we gotta look up this actress right now.
Yeah,
Because well, I feel like TikTok would have picked up on that already and,
probably.
kinda went a little wild with it.
Yeah,
She does not.
baby Nessa Rose
No.
brings me such joy.
Uh she I don't think they made those children look like their adult counterparts at all.
No, they didn't,
I
but they
was
were cute
like
as heck.
I was like that's just a I was like Nessa as a child was Asian to me.
I
And
didn't
then
see
not at
that.
all grown up and I was like these aren't the same people. Look it up, man.
Yeah, let me
Look
look
it
at
up.
her. Adult Nessa Rose is so pretty.
She's very pretty. She's so
I'm
sweet too.
look at baby
Oh,
Nessa
I
Rose.
so did not pick up on this either. Oh, who's your favorite character, by the way?
My favorite character.
Your favorite character in the whole thing? Because I've got one that was always my favorite, even in the stage show, and I didn't know who played him in this version
Honestly,
till
it's
after.
probably Glinda.
Mhm. I'm a
But
Dr. Dillamond fan, man. I love that Billy Goat.
oh,
Absolutely love him.
you don't know who plays him?
I mean, I do now.
Okay.
And I knew he was in the movie, and me and Taylor both were like, where was he? But yeah, so he's, something bad's happening in Oz and all that good
Something
stuff.
bad. Yeah, Peter Dinklage knocked it out of the park. I love
Yeah.
him, and
I
I
love
heard it
Dr. Dillamond.
instantly.
Yeah,
Like,
but you're a Game of Thrones lady.
yeah. So the first time he talked, I was like, "That's him."
I so did not pick it up, man. Like movie ended. Where was he? Where was he in the whole movie? And then we watched it again and I was like, "Oh yeah. That's totally him." Yeah,
Yeah,
sure is.
like the second scene with him, I see Richard like thinking really hard, and then he hits me, and he goes, "Peter Dinklage." I was like, "Yeah,
You're like, yeah, the goat.
the Goat Man."
No, yeah, Dr. Dillamond is my favorite because I don't know why. I just really love him. He's, just trying to be good. He's being oppressed by the people, and it's just so tragic. He's
Yeah,
the big tragic part of the whole story.
it is a really
I love
good
him.
like subplot for the movie, and I
Yeah,
I love that part of the play. And Richard, of course, went to the play with me. And when we left the movie, he was like, "Man, they're doing this whole new thing with the animals and stuff. That's so cool." And I was like,
and you went no.
"That was in the stage play." He's like, "No, it wasn't." Yeah, it was.
Oh, this is all brand new plot. Like
He's
no.
like, "I wonder what's gonna happen with the animals." You know what's gonna happen with the
Oh, that's
animals.
so funny. See, that was, and I think that's why I like it too, because that's such a good fucking look at society too. I fucking hate the wizard for that shit. Like
Yeah,
everyone just needs a good common enemy. And you took away like the smartest people you have though. Like these
right.
animals were everything. Ugh, I fucking love the animals. I feel so bad for them, and he's my favorite person. I
Yes.
love him.
What did you think of the whole man, the whole let's talk
The
first
whole.
about the whole the song One Short Day in the Emerald City.
Okay, so I do know that Steven Schwartz rewrote the entire like the whole middle piece because that's not in the stage play.
Yeah, the part with the originals.
Yeah, and talking about the Grimmery, because apparently they never go into that in the show.
Yeah.
Like they don't do the whole Omaha thing, which Taylor like fucking smacked me and goes like, "Isn't that so fucking smart?" And I was like, "I don't know. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Because he's from Omaha and they think he's saying something from the book because that's not
Oh,
in the stage play." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's pretty good. That's
I
pretty
didn't
smart."
really pick up on that part, but
Oh yeah, so when they show him reading the book and he's all like, "Omaha," that's him just saying where he's fucking from in our world, and they think he's smart just because he said Omaha, just saying where he was from.
fascinating.
Like, and see, that shows how much we look for those people to lead us. You know, like we literally just they just bought into this guy because he said a word that they didn't know, and they
Yeah,
fucking built him this jade castle and shit. Fuck the wizard, dude. I hate him. He's such a
which sucks.
piece of
Nobody likes
shit.
them.
But I love how they came out and did the stuff. But I'm hearing a lot of discourse that everyone's not everyone, but a lot of people are really mad that Idina sang her battle cry.
That was the funniest thing that she could have done in that song. I
Like
would
people
100%
are
support her.
mad. People are mad about it.
I
Big mad.
cracked up.
Why are you it's hers.
Yeah, it's hers. It like they changed the battle cry anyway. It's a couple different notes now or whatever.
I know. Like that was great. I thought it was amazing. And
Yeah, it was.
I knew they were going to show up
Yeah.
cuz I did read Ferdinand spoiler thing,
Ah,
but like I kept wondering where, and that was the best spot. I thought it was perfect.
hi, baby. Um,
I loved their thing, and there's a part where like they like meet up with the new people during the
yeah.
song. And man, the look Idina gives Cynthia
I
was like
know.
everything,
I
man.
busted into tears. I was like, they know, like the. I can't even think of the weight that must have been on the shoulders
Oh
of
yeah.
the actresses who are taking on the mantle of these characters because they're so iconic. Like Wicked is one of the stage plays, especially like the stage plays
Oh yeah.
of today. So to know like that they're passing the mantle and they both approve and are ready to pass it on, like that
Yeah.
you could feel it all just in the look that they gave them.
Oh yeah.
It's pride and sadness and happiness all in one.
I will tell you a thing I just learned that you can be like, "Oh, you're dumb."
Okay.
I thought Broadway was one place. Cuz
All right.
I was like, "How are there 20 shows on Broadway every night?" I thought Broadway was a building. I didn't know that it was 20 theaters along one strip.
It's Broadway Street.
Well, yeah, but I thought like when you said like it was on Broadway, you would go to a theater on Broadway. I didn't know there were
Okay.
just like 30. I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, well, this ruins the whole illusion. Now I don't like it."
All right.
Cuz
That's
I was just
funny.
like seeing like who was on it now cuz Wicked's still playing. So I was
Yeah.
just like, "Well, what's the deal with that?" So I looked it up and then it was like choose from these like 18 shows and I was like, "How the fuck are they doing 18 shows in there?"
Can you imagine the teardown and setup for each individual show that would
Well,
happen on Broadway?
I was like, is it like a movie theater? Like you go to the left wing and it's this one, and then you got this one playing over here. So I was looking at that, and then I'm surprised that Book of Mormon is still going
Yeah, that one is so good, man. I hope they make a
because
movie out of it.
you know who made that, right?
Yeah, it's the South Park guys.
Yeah, and the fact that it's that like highly loved and touted, I'm like,
It's
people don't give
good.
them their fucking credit, dude. Like they are so brilliant.
I think they're getting their credit on this because it is honestly, I think you need to see it. It's so good.
I do want to see it. I want to see it real bad because they
Yeah.
did it.
I hope they make a movie
I
out of it
loved it.
eventually. I can't imagine that they wouldn't, being, Matt and Trey, but
Yeah.
I it's if you get the opportunity to see it on stage, see it on stage.
Yeah. So, see, I was looking that up, and then, man, this is okay. So we were talking about One Short Day, right?
Yes.
That is when I had my other little epiphany moment
Okay.
as well. I was watching there were like these Tweedledee, Tweedledum dudes,
Yeah, the little green
like
guys.
in the fucking background with like the big round suit and their arms in there, and they're like doing
Yes.
stuff in the water fountain and stuff, right?
Mhm.
And I was like, all right, like between her crying in the Ozdust and then that, I was like, this dude, to me, it's the opposite of how I feel about The Dark Knight. How The Dark Knight ruined movies by taking it to such a realism point. That
Uh-huh.
was so ridiculous and fantastical, but everyone's buying into it. I was like, are we gonna get like a return of like Hollywood? Like, I haven't seen what I consider a movie in a long time.
What do you mean by this?
Movies were it's called movie magic. It's not called film magic. Like people just make moving pictures that you watch. But like all the magic is not in most movies these days. I don't feel any magic in a lot of movies.
Interesting.
That has been
Okay.
gone from me for about a decade. Like there's movies that I like and I just think they're good, but I've there's not a lot of magic. The only ones that ever bring that anymore were the Marvel movies for a long time
Hmm.
because they were a little ridiculous. Like it's called movie magic. I shouldn't go to a movie and just go, that's absolutely plausible.
Okay.
That's
So
what
you want to see
that
like a
that's what the suspension of disbelief means. It means that
okay.
you can believe that can happen. If I'm
All
going to
right.
watch The Dark Knight where I go, yeah, of course none of his tools work because why would these tools work? That's a comic book trope. That's why I fucking hate Dark Knight because it made movies so grounded. Everything had to be so absolutely scientifically explainable, or else
Yeah.
people would hate. There are so many movies that got shit reviews for being unbelievable after Dark Knight came out. Like I like that movie, but I think it ruined movies for a long time. I have
Okay.
a I have a real dislike of that movie for that reason. And I was staring
Take.
at these fucking Tweedledee Tweedledum dudes dancing in the fountain and going like, this place is eating this up. And I went, this is what I would call a movie because to me the word movie says it's somewhat magical.
Okay.
But you can watch a film and it's just like, well, it's a thing you're watching on screen.
I see.
And then cinema is the fine dining one. You know, the one you're supposed to really just go think about and all that shit.
Yeah.
But like this was a movie for me and I felt like we could have a return to cuz like this is a wild movie.
Yeah.
It's a wild set of circumstances and events and people and places.
For sure.
And it is universally like, not one person is like, you can't make a broom fly. Nobody seems to care because it's so good. You're just buying into the magic.
Yeah.
It's fucking magic. People don't do that a lot. That's why I don't really like the Harry Potter movies because they kind of tried to strip the magic out and make it a little more grounded and gritty. And I don't like those movies for that reason.
Where are they stripping the magic out of Harry Potter?
Bro, I hate 7 Part 1
Why?
because it's just like a road movie that nothing happens in it. I don't like that one.
Okay.
Well, they even took out because like there's the whole subplot in Harry Potter about uh yeah, top of the head. Oh, so elves being like the animals in this being
Yeah.
like downtrodden and awesome. They strip all that out. Like
Yeah, true.
why?
I
Because we can't buy into elves?
think there's
Like that was too
time.
much for
I
us?
don't know.
They had time, but they only wanted to focus on the people and that shit. And I don't know. Like those movies don't feel very magical to me.
Hmm.
Even
Okay.
though they are about magic, but I don't feel magic watching it. Like
Burden can
it's
get his ass.
no. Like it's different to be like this movie's about magic because they're casting spells versus a movie being magical.
Okay.
This movie felt magical. That's why I loved this movie
Yeah.
so much more than the stage play. Like I like this version infinitely more than the stage play.
It's very fantastical, and they do it. I haven't researched any of this, so I'm just going to say some thoughts. They do it by and large, I feel, with practical effects. I feel like there was a
Yes, they
lot of
do.
practical stuff happening in this movie, like the whole rotating
Yep.
stage in the library. That was real shit. Like
Yeah, that's magical.
it's magical. I feel like sure they must have like zhuzhed up some stuff, of course, with CGI or whatever.
Yeah.
Like Oz doesn't look like Oz, but they did make it as good as they possibly could. And then
Yeah.
they just like, I mean, we've seen photos of the sets and stuff. They did amazing work on this movie with sets
Yeah.
and choreography to make it
Bro.
feel magical.
The opening when they're doing No One Mourns the Wicked and the
Uh,
fucking there's like these like paths of flowers and they're all like rainbow like this movie was a vision.
yeah.
Like you could just stare at it and pick up shit
Hmm.
everywhere. So detailed and it's wonderful to look at, whereas a lot of movies got to where it's like, do you remember when games came under scrutiny for this? Gears of War came out and they went, all video games are gray now. And
Yeah.
and then like people complained about how no games were colorful anymore.
Yes.
Everything was just drab.
That was the whole thing with Diablo too. They said Diablo
Hmm.
3 was too cartoony. Like it's the opposite effect
Yeah.
because Diablo
Yeah.
2 was so like gritty and dark. And Diablo 4
See?
now, as a response to that, it's gritty and dark again.
But
But
see,
I
that's the
loved
thing.
3.
That's the thing though. Where is the industry as a whole when your game comes out? So we were in a drab world. So when one that came out that wasn't, it
Hmm.
gets shit on for it.
Yeah, it's so cartoony and overly saturated. Like,
And that's how I
what
felt
is it?
movies were. We were trying to be grounded and gritty. So when something came out that wasn't, we hated it.
Yeah, it's like
Even
the
if
blue
it
and
was
orange
good.
era.
Yeah.
It's like there's always an era that we go through in films that is like, this is
Yes.
the mask that you're going to use on the film, and that's how it's going to look.
Hmm.
And I
Mm.
feel like,
And I said that. Do you not remember us talking exactly 1 year ago? Okay, we're going to hide that Willy Wonka's a musical. We're going to hide that Mean Girls is a musical. And
yeah,
then this is like, nope, that's what it is. And it's okay.
yeah. Well, I mean,
We were hiding it. And this is grossing fucking gangbuster numbers.
but there's no way to hide that Wicked is a musical.
Well, I bet they could have. They could have appealed to people in the same way they did those. I mean, Mean Girls was straight up a fucking musical. It's in the logo and shit, and they never once said anything about it. They could have shown you
Yeah,
so many scenes from this and tricked people to coming into this and going like, this isn't just about witches.
yeah,
They definitely could have done that. But they were like, no, this is what it is. We're proud. Here it is. And it is doing crazy numbers. So are we about to shift from that? We don't have to hide musicals now.
maybe I would like that. I like to
I
know what
think
I'm
this
going into.
movie is changing the whole of the movie industry just for being what it is, and that's another reason why I fucking love it.
Yeah,
Let movies be magical. Let them be a musical if they are one. Why does that fucking matter? Why does everything have to be in the box? You know what
yeah,
I mean? And this movie went out of the box, and everyone's like, "This is what I want to watch," and I'm like, "I know, but you won't accept them beforehand. But this one's too fucking good, and now
yeah.
you have to accept it. You have to like it because it is that fucking great. This movie is just amazing. I love
It is.
everything about it.
Yeah, like I have no complaints at all whatsoever. Oh, wait, okay. Hold
Ah,
on.
yeah.
Wait.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Here's something that's gonna make you so mad. Okay, so we've all
Okay.
we've all seen uh how much Nessa Rose deserves. Fuck.
Fuck. Okay.
So there's a meme going around right now for those who are somehow blissfully unaware, where Nessa Rose has that line in that song. She's like, "We deserve each other, me and fuck," and says
Okay.
it like not. It's not even that noticeable in the movie, but everyone is like
Yeah.
taking that line. It's supposed to be a really sweet song and supposed to be like, "Ah, so nice" for the audience. Everyone's taking that line in TikToks and making the box so deep and like out
Yeah.
of place and ridiculous, and it's funny and we all like it. We like the song, so we're making fun of it with love and jest.
Yeah.
The producers of Wicked
Uh-oh.
had her re-record that line so that Bach is in a higher register and it doesn't stand out like it does. And they're replacing it in the theater. So people that are going to the theaters now, because people were
I
like,
am mad. You're right.
yeah,
I am.
people were getting to that part of the movie and laughing because like you're thinking of the meme when you hear Bach. And now they've re-recorded it. And so people are hearing just me and Bach. And
This is like the whole Stranger Things thing.
yeah,
Remember where like he said the wrong date, so they just re-recorded it and fixed it in post?
they're just retconning like actively as it's happening, and it's going to create this weird
I don't
Mandela
like that.
effect. I don't like it at all. Like, leave it. I think that it's a mark that we
Mm.
love the movie, that we're able to take little funny things like that and make fun of them.
So I know you're not quite in there yet,
Okay.
but like that's the whole thing about the epic fandom, that Odyssey musical thing.
Uh huh.
Do you know how much shit gets made fun of in those songs? And the guy that makes them, he plays into every single one of them, to
Good.
the point that some of those memes have become true in later versions of things.
See, I love
He's
that.
using it, and the fandom isn't like yeah, fix them. They're like, "Oh, you liked our joke we made about it, and now it's real, and they feel validated, and now it's part of it." Like
See,
we're shaping it together.
think of how it could have been, where like maybe the next production of Wicked or Wicked Part 2 like leans into that, and the next time she sings something about Bach, she sings it in an even lower register and is like a nod to
Yeah.
the meme. And
And
people are
then
like, "Oh, I see you
yeah,
see us."
all
That
we
makes us
would do
feel part of
in
it.
movie theater would go, yeah, and then you would cheer for
Yeah.
that probably.
Right. Man, it makes me so
Mm,
mad that they're going through and like taking that out, because that's like part of the soul of the movie.
that's a
It's not a
human
mistake.
experience together now.
Yeah. It makes
That's our
me
thing. We love our human shit.
Yes, it makes me so sad to see them go in and just be
It's so
like, I need
corporate.
to adjust that.
Yeah, no. Ah, fuck. Well, now I want to go see it again.
Yeah,
Oh,
to
but
see
here's
if we
why
get
we
the
had to see it again. I mean, okay. So the very beginning, you saw the person leaving on the bridge, right?
No, I didn't actually.
What the fuck? How does everybody miss it? I saw it both times, and I kept going like, "Hey, who do you think that is?" And Taylor's like, "Who is who?" And I'm like, "The person right there."
Yeah, I really want to see it again. I can't convince Richard to go see it again because he's not like a go see movies more than once type of person.
Dude,
But
I will go watch that Ozda scene 1,000 times.
I can't
To
wait for it to like
it
come
makes me
out.
feel things, man.
I want it like to have and to hold. I want a copy of it so I can watch it in my home and just like
Oh yeah.
rewind and look at it again.
Have you seen? Did I put all the Wicked steelbooks and stuff out there for you?
I think so. Let's look at them again though, because my God, I just want to luxuriate
Yeah,
in the
hang on, hang on,
imagery,
hang on.
because the marketing for this movie, holy shit, they've done it so good. Everything, well, okay, one thing that they flubbed, you heard about the Barbie situation, right?
Oh yeah, how they put wicked.com instead of wickedmovie.com.
Yes.
Yeah,
Our,
so I want to go buy one
oh
just
my
to
God.
have that piece of history.
I'm sure they've scrubbed them from the shelves by now, but our good friends over at
Probably.
Severed actually did a whole episode on that, so if you're interested, go check that out.
Oh, definitely, definitely. All right, so you've got your standard, you know, just good cover. It's
Ooh,
whatever.
the washed out. Glinda looks really white.
See, it doesn't look like that on my screen, but it looks like that on here every time. StreamYard.
Come on, StreamYard.
You messing up there, StreamYard.
We love this platform.
Yeah, look, all the white is really, really. Oh, I know why.
Is this thing
I
with your graphics card?
no, I was like, so I got new monitors for Black Friday,
Oh, yeah.
and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna run Windows and HDR all the time.
Oh,
So
no.
so everything looks great on my screen, but it's picking up probably the boost that it has to do to make everything HDR.
Okay.
So no more HDR. I think we're gonna have to swap that. But I mean, look at this, man. Look
Yeah,
at
this
it.
is absolutely gorgeous.
I am definitely getting the steelbook. I think this is a quite handsome looking package.
Yeah, I like this a lot. And then there's the other version that has them like holding hands on the back, and it makes that shadow W.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
this one.
Yes. And the
This
inside of this one I
one.
adore. And the fucking hats are so cool. I wish they were actual hats and not bookends.
I know that because that means they're probably only like this big.
Yeah. I
You
want to
know,
wear it.
I love. Look at the like velour inside this box.
And the
You know what I
like,
mean?
it's so green. Like it's the perfect shade.
Yeah. Oh, because you were bringing up practical. I was gonna tell you that because I got a TikTok about it last night.
Hmm.
Cynthia's the one that fought to be in the makeup chair every day
Yes,
because
that's
they were
so
gonna do like
cool.
a CGI Hue to her, and she said, "Hell no, this needs to be a real lady."
Yeah. She's like, I want to be able to
She looks
look in the
perfect.
mirror and see
Yes.
myself green.
Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, this
So
everything about
fucking
this
good.
movie was so thought of, so carefully constructed.
So intentional.
It's this is movies. This
This
is what you
is
go to the movies to feel and
cinema.
see. This
Yes.
is this is what you go for. You know what I mean?
I hope that this brings about a renaissance
Ooh,
where everything's just like colorful and beautiful and fun.
I hope so, dude, because it
I
was
feel
everything, man.
it was everything. I feel like since we've been eating good, we got the Barbie movie last year, we got this movie this year. I just want to see more
Like
big, epic, beautiful,
that's my
fluffy movies.
thing, dude. The whole I'm just Ken and like the beach fight scene, it's all so over
Yes.
the top and stupid.
Yeah,
That's what you remember.
we need that right now.
Like, why can't you just have fun? Why can't somebody go, I find that funny, and they just record themselves doing that?
Yes.
And then you can find it funny, maybe, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I don't think it's real or not, but I just picture, because I told you one of my favorite parts of the whole Barbie movie is when she goes to cry and she does like the Barbie sit pose and
Yeah.
sits down. That is not necessary. It's
No.
stupid. It it feels very, and this is just for us, but it feels very Macbeth high school production that we
Okay,
did.
yeah.
Like, hey, you can be whatever you want. Like, that was just for me and us, and it's everything. And if people could
Yeah.
see it, they might think it's everything for them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Those small moments are what make the big moments.
Yes.
Like that tiny, just like it's okay, and her wiping that tear. That's what makes that moment. Like if she just cried there, I'd have been like, I understand the point of the scene. It's sad, but then it felt real.
Yeah.
You
This
know what I
movie
mean?
is so fucking it's full of little moments like that, and that's what makes it just I think this movie
Yeah,
is out of the gate iconic. It's a classic. Like it was born
yeah,
classic.
yeah. And that's what Taylor was scared it would never be because, like you said, it has to.
It's big
I
shoes
mean,
to
it
fill.
is it is an icon already.
Yeah.
What can you do to separate it? And I feel like what they did was make it real.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't simply a production. It wasn't simply a story to tell. Like they said, "Hey, you two have chemistry. Just like we're just gonna record you existing, and
Yeah.
life is good." You know, it is just. It literally is perfect. Everybody should go see it,
Yes.
hands down.
If you haven't seen Wicked and for some reason you're watching this, please go see Wicked right
Yeah,
now.
just go now. It is. So I've seen it twice. You know, it is what 2 hours and 40 something minutes.
It's a beefy movie. It's
Is
longer than
it
I
though?
expected it to be.
Is it though?
I
I've
didn't
seen it
feel
twice and I haven't even sat in the theater for 2 hours still.
yeah, it's a light movie. Like it'll fly past you without you even realizing it. So
It's
definitely
just,
don't be
yeah,
worried about the time run. Like
no, definitely not.
don't get a big drink, but definitely go see it.
Yeah, so that's the thing Taylor's been getting a little mad about is people on TikTok going like, okay, here's the moments to go pee. And she's like, there is no moment to pee. The
There
whole
really
thing is
isn't.
good.
I'm trying to think of like where I would pee in this movie.
Everybody's the consensus point
The Wizard
is
song.
no, something bad is happening in Oz.
Oh yeah, that too.
I don't. It's got Dr. Dilliman. You love him. He is great. The leopard dude, because
I do
all
like the
that's
leopard.
new. All
Yeah.
that's new. All the new people. I love all of them. I think they're so fun. I love that line. Like I'm leaving now, while I still have the ability to say goodbye.
Yes.
I fucking eat that shit. I love this movie, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
it's so it's flawless. I'm gonna say it, it's flawless.
yeah. Since we saw it, I've just been mad that we've been interlude exclusive, and I
I
was like,
know. I'm
we're not
like
gonna get to talk about
talk
it till
about it.
January.
Literally everything that it's just been such an
So I'm glad we swapped
eventful.
to this.
Me too. It's been a fucking eventful 2 months, and
It sure
like
fucking has.
not only in like pop culture but in news stuff. So the next couple of
Yeah,
interludes are going to cover quite a bit of it. So thank y'all
yeah.
for sticking with the interlude format with us, and we will be back to full YMBToAP in January.
in January. But I really don't know how much more we can just, praise this fucking
Gosh on
movie.
it. Yeah.
I just dude, even the action at the end of the movie when they're like in the balloon and it
Yeah.
pops and it's like
Biting my nails.
all of it is movie. That's the only way I can explain it.
Yeah.
I feel like I have weird definitions of things. Like there's a different, like I say, there's a difference between being an adult and a grown up.
Yeah.
You hear those and they're the same, but I feel like one means something different deeper down. That's how I
Yeah.
feel saying this is a movie versus a film kind of thing.
Versus cinema.
And this is a movie to me. A
Yeah.
film is a little more like standard fare. Like, oh, that's just a film. You can watch it and you don't have to worry about it. But a
Yeah.
movie is exciting. And a movie Die Hard, that's a movie.
Yeah, that movie.
Die Hard's a movie. Iron Giant, that's a movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Films come and go, but movies are the ones that last. This is a top tier fucking movie. Wicked, part 1, best movie. That's it.
Go see it.
Go see it. I don't know what else to say about it. Just
I think
go.
it's time for us to get out of here so you all have more time in your day for Wicked.
Yes. So we will catch you guys on the next one, but also next year
Yeah.
at this same time for Wicked Part 2, because it comes out November 21st, 2025. We'll probably do an earlier one than a December review. So be looking forward to that.
I would love to do a double feature, but that's probably going to be like a 5-hour double feature.
I don't give a motherfuck. We've already agreed to buy, because that's all everyone's clamoring for.
Yeah.
I will buy the double feature one and watch it before this debuts at midnight or some shit.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
I will take the day off work for this. For
Hell
sure.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's just go see Wicked. Let's go.
Let's go see it Wicked.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.